I'm going to make a very nonchalant video today. I'm just gonna talk while I'm outside playing with Sonoma, so yeah, you will just hear and see me playing with him, but I'm not talking about him at all. So if my eyes are off the camera, it's because I'm trying to kick or throw a ball and not to hand-eye coordinate with that. But I want to talk about something that is very common with people who have Lyme disease. And it's not everyone, but you hear a lot of stories about like teenagers and how they became diagnosed, and long stories like mine, like not just bing, diagnosis, yay, we're good. They have these long stories, and it often starts off as like this active kid who did great in school and loved going to school and was athletic and had so much fun doing this and was very dedicated and responsible, and then they couldn't, do multiple things, which obviously impacts them a lot. And I have definitely learned that so many people with Lyme disease, and I'm sure other chronic illnesses as well, but I just know from Lyme and the associated disease that go along with it, or disorders like just tick-borne infections, Bartonella babesia, tularemia, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and then the disorders you get from all these things like Raynaud's and epilepsy and lupus or other autoimmune diseases, or CIDP, which is nerve damage, which I get IVIG for. All of those things go under when I'm talking about Lyme disease. All the things that come along, which are a lot. I mean, it's a lot. But I'm not even gonna edit this. I don't plan on it unless I make a huge mistake or drop my phone. But I want to talk about perfectionism and how I was always a perfectionist from a little kid. Like having my mom do my hair, going to school, so young enough for me not to do my own hair. If there was a bump in it, I'd be like, you gotta start over, like, and some people, like, there's a difference between being particular about something, and that's your one little thing, and then being more over the top. Like, if I didn't get 100 average in Spanish, it was the end of the world. If I missed one day of ballet, like, I almost missed one day one year. I had a perfect record, attendance so far, and I was gonna miss one day. My teacher wouldn't care. I'm always there. And my mom couldn't get me there that one day for whatever reason. And I found a way. I contacted like 5 people to try to get a ride to make it there, because it was like this big deal for me. Ballet was everything to me. And ballet dancers are perfectionists. And perfectionism isn't necessarily a good thing. You can take it way too far, because nothing is really ever good enough. You get there, and with ballet, once you master one thing, it's like great, and then you're going for the next thing, as in many sports and arts and things in general. But sometimes you're just never satisfied with yourself, and it depends on on everyone's personality. Some people are not like that at all and are dancers, but I was very much like that. I'm a rule follower. It was like the shorts got to go to your fingertips. If it was a little tiny bit above, I was like, nope, worried I'm gonna get in trouble. Make sure I had my whole pass and everything never could be late for school, had to be like a half an hour early for no reason, just because. Had to be like an hour early for dance and stretch, and never miss any homework. And some of those things are great, like never missing any homework, but you know, I just pushed too hard, and I look back and I realized, like, I could have not taken everything so seriously. Because now, like, I'm just happy. Like, I'm happy I'm outside right now. There are days when I can't get outside. There are days where it's raining and I'm not coming outside when it's pouring. I have days that I'm in bed all the time, and I wish those simple things that I don't take for granted anymore, because my life changed so much. I wasn't born with a disability. I was very, very healthy until around the age of 12. But I was always a very strict person. My mom would always say I was perfect for the military because I was no nonsense. This is how it goes. You follow the rules. If you mess up, those are the consequences. That's it. You know, I'm very left-brained, even though I do have creativity. You know, ballet is very creative. Gymnastics, choreography is very creative. Those arts. But I'm a very left-brained thinker. And that has been proven by a very extensive personality test that I took. That's really cool. And I can't think of the name of it right now. I gotta sit down, my arm's getting tired. But perfectionism hurt me a lot, because now it's like I still have these things that I want to achieve every day, and I have to learn that if I'm not feeling well, to accept that I couldn't get A or B done. Or we wanted to go to the grocery store, and you know what, I wasn't feeling up to it. I wanted to take Sonoma on a walk, you know what, I couldn't do it. And I've always been so goal oriented in writing lists, and I just would, you know, feel bad that I didn't get that accomplished. And I would feel like, oh, you know, I didn't do anything. And my mom doesn't think I'm lazy. I don't think I'm lazy, no. But I put a lot of pressure on myself. And I am getting better to being like, you know what? I wanted to do a bath yesterday to help my muscles out, and I didn't get to it. Didn't feel like getting wet, honestly. But maybe I will today. Or, you know what? I would like to go with my mom to work 3 days a week, but I only got there once a week, but I'm trying my best. And sometimes I feel like my best isn't good enough. Not for anyone else, but for myself. It doesn't have to do with anyone else. No pressure from anyone else of, you have to do this, you didn't do that, you're not good enough, you're lazy, you're just sleeping all day for no reason, not just because I'm in pain. Like, and you know, I've loosened up with, I still use Fitbit, but if I don't get to my step goal, it used to be like the end of the world, and I'd have to lower it a lot so I'd get to it. Even on like IVIG days where I'm sleeping a lot and just and Benadrylled and tied up to a pole for 6 hours. I am actually getting a lot more steps now, just because of walking to this field, and because it's a great area to walk around here. Compared to how I would sit on the porch steps a lot at my old house and throw the ball for Sonoma. But that doesn't mean when I don't accomplish something as simple as taking a shower that I'm not like, oh, I didn't do that, like, and I feel bad about it, when I shouldn't feel bad about it, because it wasn't due to lack of trying. And I understand that, but yeah, my perfectionistic mindset that I'm trying to calm down a little bit can be very all or nothing. I'm going to do 20 things today and I'm going to nail it, and then the next day I'm going to be out on the couch all day. Like, I'll push myself too hard when I know, like, I'm going to be in a lot of pain from doing so much and I should only do this much, but I'm on a roll, and at that moment I'm feeling adrenaline and the endorphins, and I keep going, and then I pay for it, and then I'm like, I shouldn't have done that, and then I do it again. So I'm working on that and trying to work on pacing myself, and like, hey, I did some walking today around, that's great. If I didn't get to do it, that's okay. Whether it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, I went and I did something, I got outside, that's great. To be happy with what I accomplished, no matter how small, because those things right now are those big accomplishments. It's not, being at ballet for 5 hours anymore as it used to be. It's, yes, I got to clean my room and vacuum, and no, that's not my ideal. And yes, I'd like to be able to do more and more things, and we don't know what the future looks like for me. I was just watching The Fry Life the other day, and it was just like, you don't know 5 years, 1 year, 10 years in their situation too, and I don't. Them a lot more than me, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be able to live by myself. I don't know if I'll get another service dog. I kind of think I will, like if I'll need another service dog. I don't know if I'll, be able to work part-time, full-time, what is gonna occur. But I need to take it one step at a time, and that's what they were taking. They were saying, take the next step, just the next step, not trying to think of 20 years or even the next month, because I can't predict the next month. I can't predict tomorrow. I had a seizure last night, and then it was very mild because we got it with medicine very early when I was feeling nauseous and like a migraine. But then I got one of the stomach pancreatitis attacks after that. So that was a hard night, and I'm glad I slept in this morning very late. And I feel so much better being outside. I want to take a lot of the pressures that I always put on me and having to be my definition of perfect and strive for progress and just doing my best. If my best one day was I walked for an hour with Sonoma, that's fantastic. And if my best one day was getting to fold some towels and bring them into my room and not even put them away, just fold them and get them in my room, then that's great. And celebrate not just the bigger things I do, because before it was really all the bigger things, and now I need to take a step back and focus on these other things and realize, like, Cassidy, you're dealing with all these health issues. You're taking these medications for a reason. You're taking these supplements for a reason. You're seeing these doctors for a reason. Cut yourself some slack. And sometimes I feel like I need someone to just hit me in the head with a brick and say, wake up. And it's easy to say right now, but then it's hard to do. And I have better days at it than others. I think today is going to be a great day because I'm setting myself up for a great day. It's a beautiful day outside. Sonoma and I are going to spend a lot of time in the field. He is taking a breather over there. We're just going to go along with what the day brings. And I want to work on just being kinder to myself, not so black and white, and noticing my, the things that I do to be valuable, and that there's a lot of wind, hope you can hear, that are valuable and that I should be proud of doing things that I don't give myself enough credit for. And I definitely still consider myself a perfectionist by nature. Well, I don't know if I should say by nature, if that's technically the right word, but like that's how I've been. It's not like I've been like that for a long time. I didn't just suddenly become a perfectionist. But sometimes you just need to let loose and know that, what even is perfect. Is it really is perfect really 10,000 steps on Fitbit? Because that's the goal I set up, or they set up for you. Is that really the definition of perfect? No. So I want to continue to try my best, not push myself too hard, not take myself or anything too seriously, and continue enjoying the moments. I've been really good with that, and just enjoying the small things, but giving myself credit for doing things that might seem really small but can be a really big effort for myself. And I think a lot of people need to do that too, because I think a lot of people are too hard on themselves, and it can be very stressful, and it just doesn't feel good to be feel that way, and you don't want to feel inadequate when there's no reason to be. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Right now, I'm going to continue playing with Sonoma and enjoy the rest of my day, and just enjoy today and enjoy right now. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. It is Lyme Disease Awareness Month, so if you have any questions or video suggestions, I would be very interested in that. It could be tick-borne disease stuff and disability too. It doesn't have to be just Lyme disease, or I could try to make something like that. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you later.